Well, Peter, welcome to the program. Always nice to catch up, and you've had a pretty good result with the annual result released about 10 days ago now. You must be delighted considering the very challenging times.
Yeah, it sure was, Mark. I mean, it was pretty challenging times. Obviously, we had a great first 6 months of the year, which was well publicised. And then I suppose we had some difficult trading months, and then COVID came along, and so it's been a pretty difficult 6 months. But to end up where we did is pretty pleasing. And certainly I think it's been a difficult year, and I think looking forward we're still going to have some challenges going forward, but yeah, good to end up with the result we did. It was great.
When a new season comes around, that's often a time to feel a bit more optimistic. How are you feeling as we approach spring? Well, gosh, it's just a few days away now, next Tuesday.
Yep, 1st of September on Tuesday. Sort of the year's disappeared on us a bit, hasn't it? And I suppose the challenges we had through lockdowns, etc., has probably made the time go a bit quicker. But yeah, I mean, the cattle prices, sheep prices are all pretty firm. They're sort of standing up pretty well. One thing that's really pleasing to see is the large number of feeder calves that are coming out and coming either through the yards or paddock sales. It was something like 750 at the Te Awamutu feeder calf sale yesterday, which is big numbers, but all good, beef cross calves, which, as I said before, the future of our beef industry. So it's very, very good to see that. And good to see large numbers being reared, because I think when we talked earlier, back in June, July, I think I said I had some concerns about the number that would be reared, but those concerns seem to be all put behind us now, so that's good.
So what does that tell you? What is it a change of thinking from the farmers?
Well, I think the dairy industry generally have been using more beef bulls, which is producing more beef cross calves. But it also shows that people, even at sort of, I suppose, slightly lower beef prices than what we've seen for a year or two, farmers still having confidence in the future markets by rearing calves. And as I've said before, I think that, our added value products will be under some challenge, but generally the commodity prices are very strong globally. So people want food, they want commodities, not so much the added value and food service products. So, good space probably generally for New Zealand to be in, but I think the next 12 months will have some challenges in the international marketplace.
Does that also signal fewer bobby calves heading to the works?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does, Mark. I think that's the other part of the puzzle, isn't it? That people are wanting to produce calves that have a future value rather than just having calves that go on the bobby truck. But yeah, it is good to see.
And as to the lay of the land, what's your team telling you about how things are going, generally speaking, around the country? Well,
we certainly saw a very strong sales last night on bidder. We had some good yielding cattle on there that sold well. Strong bidding for particularly a couple of lines. We've got a really big sale next week at Matafero, 2,500 cattle, I think, in the Gisborne area. The pricing is I would classify as firm. It's not at the levels that it was 12 months ago, but there's still good quality stock, are still making good prices. We've probably seen the store lamb prices soften a wee bit, which is just a reflection on a little bit of caution out there as to what the next 3 to 6 months for lamb prices could look like in the international space.
And what about as spring approaches, just around the corner? Of course, it takes a while to ramp up, I guess, but it's almost been spring-like over the last few weeks anyway, hasn't it? What's the land like at the moment? How are the paddocks faring up?
Pretty good. I mean, if I look around the Waikato, I've been around the country a bit the last 10 days, and lots of parts of the country certainly look like they've got good feed cover. I think it's been one of the mildest winters on record, I think I saw the other day, but it's also been very good feed utilisation. So when it's been wet, it may have been very wet, but not for long periods of time. So therefore, farmers have been able to use the winter feed very, very efficiently, and less pugging in paddocks, which obviously the winter grazing and the cows and mud is a sort of a focus of attention a little bit at the moment. But I think that this last winter, if we could get a few more like that, would be great from the point of view of managing pugging and managing pest and damage. And
people still getting into Durable and your various Go products?
Yep, the Go products, obviously this time of the year, the stock's coming off Go. A lot of it's been slaughtered, sent to the works. Deferrable, anyone looking to buy bulls particularly for dairy herds, those spring bull sales just starting to wind up. So certainly deferrable, just talk to your local agent. It's available to people, and it's really about buy your bulls now and pay for them later.